Hello everyone, welcome back to more Bridgemaster. Today we should be able to wrap up the advanced B section, going from 19 to 30 hopefully. Unless I get really stuck on some of these, I guess, then we might call a break, but I doubt it. What's going on here? We're in 4 spades, East has bid 3 diamonds. West hasn't led a diamond, which is interesting. We have 5 spade tricks. A diamond and a heart is 7. I sort of expect East is going to rough the third club, so we're not getting any of those. So we only have 7. Well, I guess we'll find out, but that looked like high-low, right? Wasn't that 9-8? Yeah, so this is getting roughed. Diamond return, which we win. And I guess this is about, yeah. So the line for the most tricks in hearts, on average, would be something like lead the jack, it gets covered, and you finesse for the king, and then you finesse for the 10, or something like that. However, here, we need 4 heart tricks, right? We can't even settle for 3. We need all 4 to get rid of this diamond loser. And, West, I guess West could have King 10x, in which case that would work out. We could lead the jack and then finesse the 10 again. Alternatively, East might have a singleton king, in which case we should play ace, jack, and then finesse West for the 10, right? If East has singleton 10, that's not good enough. So I think we're supposed to play on spades to figure out whether East is more likely to have 3 hearts or 1 heart. We already know he has 2 clubs and 7 diamonds. That's 9 cards. So if he has 3 hearts, he has only 1 spade. If he has 1 heart, then he has 3 spades. So as we cash the second spade, we'll note whether East follows suit and decide which line to follow. Yeah. So East has at least 2 spades to go with the... No, 3 spades. We already saw him rough once. I actually didn't need to lead a second round here. Whoops. Anyway, trumps are gone. So we now know for certain East had 3 spades, 2 clubs, 7 diamonds, and therefore 1 heart. The only 1 heart he could have where we can take all the tricks is the king. So we play the ace, back to the jack, and then finesse against the 10. It was okay to cash 2 spades because I only ever needed at most 1 hand re-entry, but I could have come to the same conclusion, I think, after just leading 1 spade. Concluded it was impossible for him to have 3 hearts at that point. But okay, good enough. Next deal. We're in 7 spades, opponent's silent. Okay. Six spades. 3 hearts is 9. 10, 12. That's interesting. Why are we not just finessing for the Queen of Diamonds here? Ah. If trump are 2-2, we have an extra chance. We can play for diamonds to be 3-2 instead if we use the 2 hearts to pitch diamond losers, then play ace king of diamonds and a diamond, roughing out the queen. That succeeds anytime the queen of diamonds is singleton or doubleton or third, basically. which will happen most of the time, one of those three things. I guess it also succeeds if East has a diamond void, because we can go back and finesse West at that point. But we preserve the 2 of spades as an entry to dummy. Do I not even need spades 2-2? I thought I did. I guess I don't. So we can unblock the heart here, cross in diamonds. West still has a spade, but that's okay. If diamonds are 3-2, then this will hold up. This will win. Right? Okay, great. And that's more likely than finding the queen of diamonds. Now we can cross over the 9 of spades, enjoy the jack of diamonds to pitch a club loser. So the finesse could work, and it's not unlikely to work, but finding the suit 3-2 is more likely, so we go for that approach. Cashing the hearts to pitch diamonds is a small risk. Like if one of the opponents has 7 hearts, we'll get punished as somebody roughs that, but that's not very likely compared to the advantage we're getting from playing to rough out the queen of diamonds instead of finessing it. So what do we have here? 5 clubs. We're certainly losing a spade and a heart. We have to avoid losing any more. Get out of here. Stop clicking that. Oh, they didn't lead hearts. I guess that makes sense, because then I would have an easy cross rough, basically, right? So it would be nice if we could cash those diamond winners in dummy. But it doesn't seem like that's going to happen, right? I guess if Trump were 2-2, then I could draw Trump, unblock diamonds, lose a heart, rough a heart to dummy, and then cash a diamond, pitching my last heart. Alternatively, we could aim to get 2 heart roughs in dummy, right? Which, I guess it's not. Is it alternatively? I think it's just like additionally. So if I win this and go after hearts, first of all, I'm leading the king, just in case whoever has the ace of hearts also has a singleton club and they can't return clubs, then I can just rough the hearts. But if it turns out clubs were 2-2 all along, like, what do the opponents do when they win the heart? If they lead a club, cool. I'll find out whether the clubs are 2-2, and if they are, I can win the diamonds, and if they aren't, like, I'll go down. But that was happening anyway if I just drew Trump myself. By leading hearts, I haven't done any worse than that. However, if they don't return a club, then I just have an easy rough 2 hearts in dummy. So I think this is just strictly an improvement over drawing Trump. And look at that. They were unable to draw Trump. So the avoidance play paid off. The person with a singleton club was the person with the ace of hearts. So we can just rough those 2 hearts, roughing spades to hand because we don't want to risk diamonds getting roughed. Draw Trump and cash the diamonds. So he spit hearts twice and West passed. Okay. 15 high card points in dummy, 4 in hand. That doesn't tell us too much, right? We have 19, and West has, like, not very much. At most 5, you would bid with any 6 here. So, you know, East has a good hand with hearts, but we can't, like, pin down every specific honor. Let's think optimistically for now. Suppose I can solve the spades. That's 6 spades. A heart is 7. Can take a heart ruff, no problem. That's 8. I can get a club. Maybe 2 if it turns out West has the ace, but... I mean, West can't have the ace of clubs and the king of spades. So, This feels like it's supposed to be an exercise in wishful thinking, where you, like, try to figure out what's the one layout where everything is placed well enough that you can make it, and that's actually, like, plausible with the bidding. Like, giving West the king of spades, if you do that, then you're not gonna get the clubs, get 2 winners from clubs, right? Because East will have the ace. But, like, we're losing a club and a diamond for sure. I think if West has the ace of diamonds, we're in a lot of trouble. Right? We would be losing 2 diamonds and a club. And we'd need to drop East's singleton king of spades in that case. And also ruff a heart in dummy and ruff a diamond in dummy. Like, that's possible. But it requires East to have the singleton king of spades. If we give West the ace of clubs, things are a little bit more rosy. Because it means we have a diamond winner in the king, because East would definitely have the ace at that point. I don't know. This is the sort of hand I'm not very good at. Excuse my yawning. The kind of hand I'm not very good at. I probably should just win this and play diamonds immediately, right? Because there's no way I'm not losing 2 diamond tricks, I think. Well, that is to say, there are going to be 2 tricks played in diamonds at some point. I'm not going to be able to pitch 3 of them on clubs. Technically, that is possible, but I don't know. It doesn't seem very likely. And if that does happen, the defense will have a chance to lead diamonds anyway, right? Because East will win the ace and then put a diamond through. If West has the ace, then they can't do that. But in that case, the diamond finesse is fine because East has the ace there. So I think I can afford to play diamonds, see how well that suit is doing, and see how desperate I need to be in the black suits, basically. The king. It's an interesting play. Is that suit preference indicating a desire for a diamond lead? Hopefully. Here's your diamond. Enjoy. Nope. Am I going to get punished here? Was I wrong to go after diamonds right away? I guess so. Because I could lose 2 of those and then a ruff. Okay. So, do I actually just lay down the ace of spades? Do I need West to have the ace of clubs, and therefore East has the king of spades? Maybe. Let's try it. Okay. Well, that's good news. Now try a diamond? At this point, I can just draw trump, right? I'll be interested to hear Fred's explanation of why I need East to have the king of spades, because I thought I could be okay if I... Whoops. Ah! Don't put me in hand diagram mode. I just wanted to undo. This was easier to use when it was a Windows or DOS program and not a stupid Flash app with everything behind a menu. You could just press left and it would undo. I'm glad BBO is hosting it for free. I don't love the adaptation, but mostly it's fine. Yeah, the normal play is to finesse. Contract is in danger only if West has the ace of diamonds. Is that true? Maybe that's the point I missed. I guess so. Because if East has the ace of diamonds, we're losing one diamond, one club. Then we can pitch a diamond and rough a diamond. Yeah, okay. That's what I missed, is that you it's not wishful thinking, it's like disastrous thinking. What's the worst thing that could happen? Because as long as West doesn't have the ace of diamonds, you're fine. Only if West does have the ace of diamonds are you in trouble. Therefore, you should assume he has the ace of diamonds and find a way to work around it. Which, in that case, East will have the king of spades, and so you might as well try for the drop right away. Okay. Whoops. Huh. How are we... I mean... It looks kind of like we want to try to enjoy the long diamonds, but I guess there's not... Like, what am I going to pitch? Hearts? They can just cash the hearts. So that's not the point. The point, I guess, is we're losing 2 hearts and 2 diamonds. So we have to avoid losing a spade. How do we do that? It seems like king of spades, spade to the jack, right? Why is that wrong here? West overcalled hearts. No, opened hearts. East passed. Yeah, I guess West kind of has to have the queen of spades. Because West's jack of clubs lead denies the queen, so East has that card. And East surely has something in hearts as well. Because if West had, like, ace, king, queen, jack, he would be leading hearts, not clubs. So... And frankly, if West had ace, king, queen, just ace, king, queen, he would be leading the suit. So East has a heart on her, at least the queen. And also has the queen of clubs. And passed in response to his partner's opening bid. So he definitely does not have the queen of spades. So our only hope is that we can drop West's Doubleton specifically, queen of spades, with the ace here. That does happen. So we finish drawing trump, lose 3 red cards. And claim the remainder. Or I would claim if they would let me. Yeah, so East had the king. Which, yeah, I mean, the king is even more likely than the queen. Because with even ace-king, West would probably be leading the suit. So East probably has the king of hearts. But he might have only the queen. Either way, he definitely doesn't have the queen of spades. 7 hearts. We have 6 heart tricks. 3 tricks outside of trump can be easily cashed. That's 9, right? If I ruff 3 clubs, that's 12. But I'm still short a trick, which I can either get by finessing in diamonds or roughing out the spades. I think you can probably test both, right? Win this in hand, ace of spades, spade ruff. Ace of clubs, club ruff. Ooh, actually the order of those things matters a lot, doesn't it? I was thinking win in hand and attack spades first because you need a bunch of dummy entries to ruff all those spades. But the problem with that is that after you're done roughing clubs, you'll be down to just 1 spade in dummy, which hopefully will be a winner, but you haven't drawn trump yet, so you'll have to get back to hand to draw trump. And the only way to do that would be to ruff your spade winner. So actually you have to ruff the clubs first. And it doesn't matter which hand you win the opening lead in. Then, after 3 roughs here and 3 roughs here, actually, even better is to cash both aces first, then lead a club to ruff. Because you don't need the ace for a re-entry to either hand. Okay. So let's just win this ace now. But we do want to ruff clubs first. Spades are splitting. So this gets rid of the last opposing spade. And now we'd finish drawing trump. Pitch all dummies, diamond losers. We don't need that finesse anymore. And enjoy the 3 of spades at the end. Yeah, so it is important, I assume Fred will say, but let's double check, to take a club ruff before a spade ruff. Yeah, spades are 3-3, avoid the diamond finesse. If you play ace and ruff a spade first, you'll be in trouble, because if you visualize the end position, as I did, and described, you'll be in dummy with a spade winner, but no way back to hand to draw trump. Instead, ace of clubs first, and only then, well, doesn't matter when you cash the aces, but you have to ruff the club before you ruff a spade. And you finish ruffing in the closed hand to draw trump, indeed. Boy, a lot of 7-level contracts today. While 12 top tricks are obvious, 3 clubs, 3 diamonds, 3 hearts, 3 spades. Is this like the, just the beginner's guide to squeezes in the advanced section? Because I feel like the earlier squeezes were in expert. This is a pretty simple one. We just cash all the minor suit tricks and cash all the hearts, or all the spades, either way. It's just important that you leave one of the majors until after clubs. I said after clubs, after the minors. Okay, and we're watching for discards in hearts and diamonds. In fact, it would be easier if I just cashed the hearts right away so there are smaller numbers of things to track. Okay. So West has the last heart. We can cash 2 spades here or not. It doesn't really matter, but I will. And on the diamonds, if West also has 4 spades, he'll be in trouble. Indeed. So we cash the last heart. I feel like West should have pitched a spade there. But I guess, just in case Declare is running some con where he doesn't actually have access to dummies queen of spades, West knows where the last heart is, and that pitching a heart would let Declare cash a heart and make the remainder. So really, you should hope your partner has the last spade and pitch a spade instead. But on the other hand, you know, maybe Declare wasn't counting, in which case you can get away with a heart, but you can't really get away with a spade. So fair enough either way. So a very simple automatic squeeze there. Just make sure you have winners left in at least one of the threat suits when you're done cashing everything else. And count the suits and you'll be fine. 6 no trump, or as they say in French, 6 sans atout. This is interesting. Oh, no, I guess it's not that complicated. So in clubs, there are multiple lines available. There's one line that guarantees making 4 tricks if at all possible. That is to say, there are layouts where you can't take 4 tricks, specifically if West has the king and jack. But on any layout where you can take 4 tricks, there's one line that anytime you can take 4 tricks will take 4 tricks. Or there are lines that try to take 5, but sometimes take 4 and sometimes take only 3. Here, we don't know how many club tricks we need. We have 3 spades and 3 diamonds, and 1 or 2 hearts. In hearts, there is no real safety play available. You just have to take the finesse and hope it works, and if it doesn't, then you need the clubs to come in for 5 tricks. So we take a heart finesse immediately to find out how we should play the clubs. When the heart holds, we are going to take the club safety play. Ace first, and then low towards the queen 10. This way, we win. We lose only 1 trick if there's any doubletons, if the suit is 2-2, because they'll both play their honors on this trick. Or if East has a singleton honor, because we dropped it. Or if East has any honors, because we can finesse. We can just cover whatever he plays. If you play a finesse before playing the ace, you risk losing to a singleton honor in West and not knowing whether to finesse... Well, losing to an honor in West and not knowing whether to finesse again for the other honor or play for the drop. This way you always know what to do. But you have to be willing to settle for only 4 tricks, which we are. If the heart finesse had not come in, we would have played the clubs more greedily, trying for 5 tricks, since we would need all 5. In that case, load the queen, and then... I think it's sort of, if the jack falls, you finesse again. If the jack doesn't fall, you play the ace. Yeah, that makes sense. Five diamonds. West and East have both bid some stuff. That's useful. Let's just... Now, in a real bridge environment, you shouldn't just always play low from dummy just because the play is obvious. You should give yourself some time to think. Think about the whole hand, and maybe there will be a decision, even at trick 1, that you didn't realize you had to think about. Or at the very least, if there's a decision in the future you know you'll have to make, you can try to make it ahead of time, and therefore not give the opponents any hints about when you're stopping to think, what decisions are important. In Bridge Master, though, you can kind of just be like a little more careless because the defense don't really care about when you take time to think. And as long as the play actually doesn't matter, you can just play low and then see what happens. But here, West led the ace king of clubs, and they're now threatening a club ruff, right? We can ruff high, of course, to prevent that, but we'll then sort of be risking losing a diamond, right? So we should try to evaluate what's going on in the east-west hands. Actually, you know what? I should have paid more attention while they were cashing. I assume East did play high-low. Yeah, the 7 is his highest, and then the 6. Okay. So East is saying, yep, I have 2 only clubs. Please continue, and I will ruff. We could ruff low, hoping that West has the jack of diamonds. And then East wouldn't be able to overruff, and we would be fine. Or we could ruff high, and then play West for the jack of diamonds anyway, lead up to the queen 10-9 twice if we wanted. Or we could ruff high, and then play East for the diamond jack by running the 10. So what do they have in their hands? West apparently has 5 clubs to the ace-king. And we can't tell too much about the other suits. We do know East has at least 4 spades, of course. West probably is relatively short in spades, because you would usually raise here with any 4, and often with even 3 you would raise here. So West is shortish in spades. Probably has like 2, and East has 5. Which matches exactly with West having 5 clubs. Wait, 4 clubs. West has 4 clubs. I forgot how many there are in. There are 13. So West has ace-king fourth of clubs. Ah, that's interesting. Because we now know that West does not have 4 diamonds. With 4 clubs and 4 diamonds, standard bidding methods would be to bid a diamond instead of a heart, instead of a club. Even with Jack fourth of diamonds and Ace King fourth of clubs, usually people would bid that way. So West doesn't have 4 diamonds, but he could have 3. What's going on with hearts? Nobody bid those, but they have 9 of them. West certainly has at most 4 hearts, and East probably has 5, right? Because if he had 6, he would be bidding those before spades. We know he can't have 6 of both, or he would have discarded on the second club. So East definitely has exactly 5 hearts. And yet he bid spades first, so he has at least 5 spades. And he followed to 2 clubs. So he has 5 spades, 5 hearts, 2 clubs, and therefore a diamond. 1 diamond. Unless he had like 6 spades and 5 hearts, which I think is unlikely, but okay, possible. However, it's actually not possible because West, as discussed previously, wouldn't bid this way with 4 diamonds. So West has at most 3, which means East has at least 1. But we also said East has at most 1. So East has 5 spades, 5 hearts, 1 diamond, 2 clubs. Which means we can rough this high, cash the king of diamonds, drawing East's only trump, and then finesse West for the jack of diamonds, which we'll know he holds, right? This is why it pays to like stop and like count out enemies' hands, even though you don't necessarily have a goal in mind, a specific like, oh, does he have this or that? If you just think about the things they have, eventually you can often come to a useful. Oh, whoops! Don't do that. I mean, it turned out fine, but you should definitely play the king here like this. Now we know that's East's last diamond, so we take this finesse, no problem. I assume Fred will say the same things about the auction, but let's go have a look to see if I missed something or didn't say it correctly or clearly enough or what have you. Show solution. Yes. 2 rounds of clubs continues. How high do you rough and dummy and how to play trumps. You can use inferences from the bidding to come up with the right answer. The opponents have 9 hearts between them. One of them must have at least 5. If West had 5, he would have opened a heart. Yep. East must have 5. But he must have at least 5 spades because he bid spades before bidding hearts. And he's already shown up with 2 clubs. His 13th card must be a diamond. Not quite true. He could have 6 spades. Right? However, if he did... Oh, okay. I guess they're not concluding from these sentences that East's 13th card is a diamond. They're saying East's 13th card must be a diamond because blah, which is what I said. If West had 4 diamonds, he would open a diamond. So West is certain to have exactly 3 diamonds. You rough high, cash the king of diamonds, and finesse the jack. Exactly as I said. Good. Thanks, Fred. So there's a safety play in diamonds here, I suspect, is what we're doing. The obvious play is low to the jack, but what if that loses and the club comes back? You don't know whether the diamonds are 3-3, in which case you should jump on the ace and use a diamond to pitch the queen of clubs, or the diamonds are 4-2, in which case you should just take the club finesse and hope for the best. So what you're meant to do here, first of all, draw a trump or two. Okay, they're out, good enough. Is to play 2 diamonds, the ace and king, and then lead up to the jack. This still works just fine if West has the queen, because he'll have to play it, and then you can use the jack of diamonds to pitch a club. But it tells us whether diamonds are 3-3 before we lose a trick to East. Okay. West won the queen. We can win the diamond return and cash out. We don't have to take that club finesse. The advantage of this, I mean, there are multiple, but mostly it's that it works when East, it clarifies for you whether East has queen X or queen third of diamonds, which is very important to know before you have to respond to a club return. This is going to be about combining chances, seeing if clubs are 3-3 before you take the diamond finesse. So they're going to continue hearts here, I imagine. Yeah. We could take the diamond finesse, 50-50. In fact, pretty good, since East probably doesn't have that much in terms of points for his 2 hearts bid. But, and not that many diamonds either. But clubs might be 3-3. Right? And it would be nice if we could test both of those possibilities. We've played 1 round of spades. Everyone has followed. We can draw all the trump here. So now we play club, club. And we want to lose a club. Well, no, we don't want to lose a club. We want to play a 3rd round of clubs, but we can't afford to lose one. So King of Hearts pitching a club, ruff a club. Both opponents follow, so we don't need to take the diamond finesse. We can play a diamond to the ace, club pitching a diamond. Hooray, clubs were 3-3. And if they hadn't been 3-3, we could fall back on the diamond finesse. This is a very similar hand. Here, though, you can't actually afford to do that, right? A really alert East would be returning a diamond here, right? No. You can't break up the squeeze. So I feel like the only line here is to play West for 4 clubs and the king of diamonds, right? Because if you do, like, let's say you rough out the clubs like we did on the last deal, and find out, oh, they're 3-3, great. The problem is you can't cash one. They're gone. Like, you can't get to dummy to cash the last one. So instead, you draw trumps. They split, which I don't think matters that much. Actually, it does, right? Because you need to be able to cash the King of Hearts and still get back to your hand. Oh, no, that's fine. The Ace of Diamonds would do it. Sure. So let's draw one more round just to be safe, then. Good. They're definitely out. And pitch It doesn't really matter here, right? Whether we pitch a diamond or a club. I think that's true. We just watch for the king of diamonds. We don't have to count any other discards that are happening. If West pitches the king of diamonds, then we'll pitch the last club and enjoy a diamond. Otherwise, we'll pitch the diamond and hope the club's a winner. Uh-oh. I'm dead. I thought this was a squeeze. How dare you? What? Oh. You're right. That is an improvement I could make. I could also succeed if East has the Doubleton King of Diamonds, as long as I'm careful. Sneaky, sneaky. Okay. Let's redeal that, and I'll show you how you're supposed to deal with that. That's one reason East hasn't returned a diamond, I guess. He might have the king. Although I feel like if you do have the king, you should return it now. Return low now and make my life difficult. Because I would definitely be going up with the ace. Anyway, we've won 2 spades. And when we see that spades are 2-2, now we have a little extra chance here. We can cash the diamond. Crossover. Actually, do I need spades 2-2 for this? No. I could have drawn more trump if I'd wanted. Cash this, pitching a diamond. Try to rough out the diamonds. Since that works, I'm home. But had it not worked, I would still be falling back on the club diamond squeeze against West. If West had the king of diamonds and 4 clubs, he would have to either pitch his only club guard or his only diamond guard here. However, at this time, king of diamonds is already gone, so yes, do that. I assume Fred is going to mention the squeeze here, surely. But the important point is that, sure, you found a squeeze, but see if you can do something better, which I failed to do. You have a diamond and a club loser. Diamond's third heart will take care of one of them. But it says prospects of disposing your other loser are not good. But actually, I think it's pretty likely that the diamond club squeeze against West works, right? I don't know. Maybe not. I guess East is fairly likely to have 3 clubs, right? Well, no. 3 diamonds and 2 clubs would be more likely. And that would be good enough as long as West had the king. Maybe they're saying they don't think West would bid 2 hearts without the king. East would bid 2 hearts without the king of diamonds, but I don't really think that's true. Yeah, cash the ace, cross in clubs. Low diamond ruffed. When the king roughs out, the queen takes care of your last trick. If it doesn't rough out, you can play a squeeze against West. Yes, I just love squeezes. I saw a squeeze, I played it, but I should have looked for ways to improve the line by roughing down the Doubleton king. That's definitely a weak spot of mine. Not specifically like seizing upon squeezes, but like thinking about honors being short and being able to fall earlier than you might expect by roughing them out or cashing top tricks or what have you. All right, we made it through all the B deals in advanced. Exciting. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.